Greetings, movie fans. You're all very welcome to the Big Reviewski with Omniplex Cinemas. My name is Eoghan Doherty, and this week I'm delighted to be joined by two of my favourite people in the whole entire world. It's don't laugh, it's true. It's Rory Cashin and Paul Moore.
Who are your other two?
No, you are definitely in the top.
You've got 4 friends, yeah?
I've got 4 friends.
7 billion.
The top 7 billion.
He probably changes like when they're around his other friends, I'd say.
Depending who else is in the room.
I think we're definitely his top 2 in this studio.
Probably in this room, yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
One of my other favourite people, alas, that's not their name. Justine Stafford. We're Justine Stafford less this week because unfortunately she wasn't able to be here. There's a few rumours going around and speculation is rife that her relationship with Dwayne Johnson is on the rocks. I hope the camera was only
slowly zoomed in.
Slow zoom. Yeah, she disappeared. I think they've run off together again.
Never knew there was tumbleweed in the studio before that, anyway.
We'll add it.
Got in here
post.
somewhere.
But Justine, if you're watching, you're too good for him. Come back to us instead.
Yeah. The 3 of us can make up about
I was
going to
say, could the 3 of us be as good as The Rock? Like collectively?
No.
I could not even one of his legs. I'd say the 3 of us would get close to.
No.
Well, Justine, if you are listening / watching, you are too good for him. Please do come back. If you'd like to get in touch with us, not just you, Justine, but anybody else, you can tweet us at Big Reviewski, or you can head over to the Joe Instagram page as well. Now we have, like, the #1 film in Ireland at the minute is Captain Marvel.
Yes.
And we have scoured the cinematic universe for a couple of stars who are out of this world this week. We've regular on the show, Samuel L. Jackson. He's been here more than you, Paul, to be fair.
Yeah, he owes me 20 quid as well. Yeah.
Does he?
No.
Oh, okay. So we've got Samuel L. Jackson. We have Lashana Lynch, who is one of the co-stars in
Great name as well, Rambo. It was like, yeah, you just know she's going to mess stuff up. Is it Rambo or Rambio?
Like it's French, so it's like R-A-M-B-E-A-U-X. So it's like Rambio.
She's Rambo.
She's the French Rambo. And of course, Brie Larson, the star of Captain Marvel.
Rory's
and
crush.
so this is where we kind of like just check in on Rory and say, are you going to be okay?
Well, you know the way Justine isn't here this week, I can't guarantee I'll be here next week.
Okay.
Might have plans with a certain cheese.
Okay, with a certain cheese. Okay, so each member of the big... I get it.
I do the camera joke like you.
I thought it was going to be
Brie.
Jean-Claude Edam.
Jesus, lads, no one's going to be watching after those
Wasn't
two.
too bad.
It's all right. I'm going to spend the rest of the show now not answering any questions.
I'm just thinking of cheese actor puns.
I was thinking of cheese, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was concerned that because Brie was going to be on the show, as we said before, Rory has quite a soft spot for Brie Larson.
Leave that there.
Yeah, we'll just leave that hanging. Yes, we also have a big review this week. Big review because everyone's afraid of Captain Marvel. So they're like, I'm not releasing a film around that time. But we do have reviews coming up for you later on. And we also have an amazing prize. We've got our Omniplex tickets to give away, and we have a signed Captain Marvel poster.
Who signed it?
I did. Oh. Yeah, my friend, alas. It's signed by Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, Jude Law, the directors of Captain Marvel as well, and Lashana Lynch. So
wowzers.
It might have Rory's fingerprints on it, whoever wins it, because he'll probably have to wrestle it from his grasp.
I think so. But that's
some kissy smudges around where Brie's name is.
It's quite a tattered, just specifically there. It's quite tattered now at the minute. But no, so that's a poster-tastic prize.
If you're a fan of posters and
yeah,
people's names.
You're in for a treat. And all you have to do is answer our official Hai clue later on. Which dropped your pen in anger. Our official Hai clue later on, which has not caused... there has been cases of mass hysteria.
Have you seen the online reaction to your one?
It's incredible. This is the biggest reaction we've got.
You deserve that, though.
No, we
will. We said this last week that this was coming. And you were like, no, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. And the good people of the internet, and they're never wrong.
The good people of the internet. Who are they?
Only rational people engage in stuff on the internet.
Scotch there.
Anyway, we'll come to the official competition Hai clue later on. This week's is so easy, by the way.
We'll see.
Yeah, pricks. So, up first, what do we got? Oh, yes, the big question on the Big Reviewski. And for this week's big question on the Big Reviewski, it's over to Paul Muir for the big question.
Sad I didn't get to set up for people who are listening. The big question there just flashed up.
I know.
Usually
it
takes
came
in.
up like really well timed. The
Really
second you said
quickly,
big
yeah.
question,
Oh, really?
like, pooh.
That's a big shout out to Fiona on facials. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
She can't
She's
answer, so she's up there. She's up there.
We love Fiona. We were mentioning Captain Marvel and Brie Larson. Obviously making so much money now. I think it's like the 5th highest for...
Sixth highest opening weekend, worldwide weekend ever.
Phenomenal.
Yep. And
But those guys on the internet, the good people of the internet, disagreed. They said it was going to be crap.
And you know what? They were wrong. They're the other people. They're the anti-good people.
So the ones who disagree
Bad
with
people.
me are the good people,
Yeah.
and the people
By
who disagree.
default, yes.
Yeah, you,
Okay,
you got
yeah.
this. Yeah, you
Okay,
got this.
got it.
And it's almost as if people are loving the fact that they're seeing the representation on screen, like Wonder Woman and Black Panther, and they're responding to it. So great to see that, you know, future generations of young women will feel that they can be superheroes, just like Captain Marvel and Wonder Woman before it, having a big impact on that. I remember my niece saw the Ghostbusters film. She's only like 3, and she said, "I want to be a Ghostbusters." Okay, the film wasn't great, but you know,
The recent one,
yeah,
the
exactly,
2016
Hai-steria
one, yeah.
and kind of a bang average film, but like didn't deserve any of the hate. But
No.
yeah, but she wants to grow up to be a Ghostbuster. Good for her.
I look forward to
days.
the day when you burst that bubble. Guess what?
It's not a
No
real,
ghosts, except
not
for the
a
ones
real
in your
job.
room.
Not a
They're
real
just
job.
there.
Yeah. So on that note, when you were like growing up, was there a film character that you kind of related to and thought, yeah, this is like the person that, you know, I want to be, or is this like, yeah, I really resonate with this character in particular over anyone else that you saw?
Okay. What'd you go for, Rory?
Showgirls.
So, yeah, I really related to Elizabeth Berkley. No, like if I'd been born 8 years later, maybe, I absolutely would have gotten Harry Potter.
Okay.
I could have been cast as Harry Potter.
Okay.
Like
The
the
spit.
look,
I
the-
looked
the-
like him as well.
the nerdiness,
yeah.
everything.
I would have been your stunt double.
But it wasn't my generation, unfortunately.
butt
So
Harry Potter butt double.
yeah, expect double. So I had to go slightly earlier than that. And the one that I think resonated the most with me was Dr. Grant from Jurassic World
Nice.
Park.
What did you say?
Nearly said Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
Because he was like the actiony hero,
Yeah.
but he's a doctor. He's a total nerd. He doesn't want kids. He has a beautiful girlfriend, Laura Dern.
Dark sense of humor as well.
Super dark sense of
He
humor.
scares the kid at the start with
Yeah.
the raptor claw.
And I'm always saying traumatized kids, haven't I?
Yeah, you are
Forever
always saying
saying
that. I don't want them. I'm traumatise them.
I don't want them. If they come near me, I've got a sharp object to scare them.
Yeah.
So like he was like a nerdy action hero who used his smarts to save the day. And I was like, good. You don't need to look like Arnie to be the hero.
And I think if anyone could do it in this room anyway, you would have pulled off a cravat. like Dr. Alan Grant.
I would have
because
pulled
he
it
was
off.
would have literally pulled off.
Cravats
It's in the
are,
bin.
One of the first action figures I think I remember having was
really?
yeah, I got the, you know, not the green and yellow truck when they go through the T-Rex pen,
Yeah.
but the actual the action Jeep, you know, with the grappling hook and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think that was one of my favorite. That actually was my favorite toy with Alan Grant in it. Nothing to do with Rory's answer, but yeah, I've fond memories.
Semi-related.
Yeah.
Semi-related.
Dr. Alan Grant, he's a good shout. And like, do you still feel that kind of connection with him today?
No, because then he was in Jurassic Park 3 and he was dreaming about talking to velociraptors on the plane and no. But he and I'm also I didn't grow up to be a paleontologist, which
That's
is what
true.
I thought I was going to be when I was younger. 'Cause I was
Genuinely?
super obsessed with dinosaurs. I don't remember if anyone remembers. I don't know if anyone remembers when this came out. There was a huge like dinosaur magazine that came out every week, maybe. And it was just called Dinosaurs.
I was going to say, was it called Dinosaur Weekly?
No, it was just called
Just
Dinosaurs, and every week would like focus on a different dinosaur, and I had every single one of them.
You were loving that as well.
Did have the Jurassic Park
Pretty
cards though.
obsessive.
I remember getting them and trading them. Jurassic Park with cards were really good.
And I remember having the little eggs that you could crack open, and the velociraptors could come out as well. Remember, listen, we'll do a Jurassic
And in
Park
fairness,
special sometime.
is-
There's
Like
so
Jurassic
much
World
stuff
3
on
is
Jurassic Park 3.
2021.
Is it?
Yes.
Holy moly.
So we in 2.5 years we could do a big Jurassic Park special.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about Jurassic Park 3, but you said Jurassic World 3 is
Jurassic
coming
Park
out
3
soon.
already exists.
It does, it's coming
And in
out.
fairness to Grant, he probably did feature in like one of my all-time favourite scenes, which it was like, I think it was what, 8 or 7 maybe when Jurassic Park came out, and just to see the Brachiosaurus, is it? The first shot of the dinosaur.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Brontosaurus or Brachiosaurus?
Yeah,
You're
that's
next
the
to your
one.
dinosaur. Rory, which one was
It's
it?
a Brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus, yeah. Just the, you know, the glasses off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's funny, when you're younger, you think like, Jeff Goldblum is such a dick in that, and then you're kind of realising Jeff Goldblum is
It's a
actually
sexy
cool.
dick.
Dreamboat dick.
He out-cooled Jeff Goldblum in that film.
I don't know if we agree with that.
I think
but
it's
like,
more. I think it's more that Jurassic Park had something. Whatever you're looking for, we've got it right here.
Except for Timmy. I hated Timmy. Even when I was a kid, I wanted him to be electrocuted.
Yikes.
Again, that goes back to the you guys just don't like kids.
Yeah, those people got sneezed on.
That's right. I
So-
thought that was the scene you were talking whenever they do the big massive sneeze on them.
That was a good
but,
scene,
Jurassic Park, it's a pretty good film. Now that you mention all those things.
Did okay, didn't
Yeah, it did all right.
In hindsight, it did well, Spielberg.
Gets a thumbs up.
Dr. Alan Grant is a great shout. So I've kind of done a wee bit of adjusting on it and not gotten the question exactly the way you wanted. So I thought that the question was, which film character made the biggest impression on you as a kid? Not necessarily in a good way.
Okay.
That kind of made a real striking impression on you when you were growing up. Because I was thinking about like, a lot of them were like just Harrison Ford characters, like whether it was like Indiana Jones
So when
or
he
Han
said
Solo.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought she was a villain.
No. No, but like whenever you said about which character made an impression on you,
Okay.
the thing, because I was thinking about, there's so many good, like Alan Grant, yeah, of course, like
Don't steal my answer now.
No, I'm not
This is
taking
This is
your
going to be
answer.
some traumatic shit, this is.
This is like, so this is like the one that really, I was looking through all my DVDs and stuff, and I was like, which one really struck me? And then I saw the cover, and I was like, oh God, that's the one. And so this is the character who made a massive impression on me when I was growing up.
The Carpathian.
Vigo the Carpathian. And even like looking at that photo is scaring the shit out of me right now. So if anyone remembers, Vigo the Carpathian is from Ghostbusters 2. He's the main...
Another Ghostbusters film that I feel was wrongly maligned.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
I was like, what?
Because it was this one that kind of stuck in my head most when I was growing up. The first one was out in '84, so a little bit on the young side. Then this was '89. But I always remember just being terrified of literally, it's that, for people listening, it's that, it's a picture of the painting. And if
The
you remember
eyes
the
that follow
film,
you everywhere.
that's the thing, the eyes move, and he protrudes out from it as well. And then obviously in the climax of the film, he comes out of the, oh God, out of the painting as well. But the reason it traumatized me so much, and it was terrifying, I used to share bunk beds with my brother. And so in our bedroom when we were growing up, I was on the top bunk, and we used to hang all our like dressing gowns and coats on the bottom left-hand corner of the dressing gown, or sorry, of the bunk bed. And each morning, my mommy and daddy would come in, and everything would just be like strewn over the floor, and they'd be like, "What? Owen, are you? Like, did you kick these off in your sleep or whatever?" I was 24 years old at the time. Sure. And but the reason I actively remember doing this, the reason I would go down to the end of the bed as soon as like the lights were off, and throw them all off, because the shape of them in the dark, as they were like humped at the end of the bed, that doesn't sound right, formed his head. And so every night I thought Vigo the Carpathian was at the end of my bed, like coming for me.
If I was your brother, I would have voiced him to freak the shit out of you. Yeah.
I am Vigo.
There's a lot of like he was creepy.
Oh, really?
And
it
was,
was
obsessed with Sigourney Weaver, which I can relate to.
And Peter
Understandable.
Nichols, like, it is Peter Nichols, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
It
is,
the,
yeah,
The
yeah, as a
devotion he
doctor.
has to him, like, and sacrificing Oscar the baby.
Yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
putting a baby, like, you know this guy is an evil when you're willing to kill a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no,
He wasn't
reincarnated,
gonna
isn't it?
kill
Oh no,
baby,
he was going to
putting his soul
possess
in.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
So Peter McNichol is brilliant in it, playing that kind of Rick Moranis character again.
From
and
Eastern Europe or something.
Yeah,
He's got the most
yeah.
Transylvania accent ever.
But whenever he like kind of gets possessed a little bit, he's creepy as well. The way he
He
like
shows
turns.
up halfway through the film when he kidnaps Sigourney Weaver's baby as like an evil flying nanny who grabs the
Oh, no,
child
it's
off,
terrifying.
off the thing off the side of the building because the baby's
so-
just standing there.
But
Boo.
when I was reading up to find out who is the guy that played Vigo the Carpathian,
Oh, he's a model or a sportsman or
Yeah,
something.
look at that sexy man, all right? You know, you're right. He's a boxer and wrestler from Germany. But Vigo's the Carpathian. His other name is, character name is Vigo von Homburg-Deutschendorf, which is slightly less
Rolls
creepy.
off the tongue.
Doesn't it? But
Sounds like a cake.
Who are you going to call Vigo von Deutschendorf?
von Homburg-Deutschendorf. But then I found out that the actor who played him is called Wilhelm von Homburg. So they actually took his real surname and gave it to the character. But if you're wondering where they got Deutschendorf from, the twins who played the baby Oscar were called Hank and William Deutschendorf. So they took the baby surnames, they took the actor surname, and they formed the character name.
Do you reckon those kids grow up with some trauma?
Pretty much.
I don't know how young they were, maybe 2, 3, but like, that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. If it traumatised me just through the power of dressing gowns at the end of a bunk bed, then yeah, they're probably screwed.
Through the power of dressing gowns.
The power of dressing gowns, humped at the
I
bottom
think we
of
have
a
the
bed.
plot for the next Ghostbusters film. Yeah, it's possessed dressing gown that they all have to
So
do.
not necessarily a good impression, but definitely a pretty striking impression.
Thanks, Justine.
So I think, well, being that I asked the question, I kind of understood what it was. So yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, so if I asked
You had
it.
the advantage.
I went for a film that I still love, a character that I still love, and a role that I find very hard to differentiate between actor and character, and that's Marty McFly from Back to the Future. I remember
Terrifying.
Yeah, growing up watching it and just thinking like he is the epitome of cool. And when you look back on it now, like he wasn't a jock, wasn't particularly a nerd, but kind of a bit of a rebel. Like he got in trouble in school, stood up for what he believed in. Just seemed like he wanted to hang out and
Good taste in music.
yeah, good
Great
taste in
taste in
music.
music.
And for me,
Bad taste in colours.
yeah, and
So many of them.
and did I never really explain why he hung out with Doc Brown? Well, that's a whole different thing.
That's another
That's
another
it's
time.
a whole different thing. But yeah, the Johnny Be Good thing will always for me be like one of the definitive definitions of cool in cinema. Like it's so hard to define what you think is the coolest thing, but just like the Outcast kind of didn't get picked for the Battle of the Bands and then just shreds on the guitar. Yeah, just kind of very resourceful, easygoing, and it's just like, yeah, I like him. Yeah,
I wanna be
didn't
like
really,
that
Didn't
guy.
really conform to anything.
Didn't he kiss his mother?
Yeah.
Well, she came onto him, so
Well,
yeah,
She
that makes
started
it-
it, Your
makes it
Honor.
better.
Your Honor, she started it. What about? Did you ever? I was gonna pick another
ever
moment from the
shit your
film.
mam?
I was
No,
gonna
I
say,
didn't,
did
though.
you ever
No,
go
no.
with your mammy? No. Did you ever
that I'll admit on camera.
have that moment when you were like back at your old like school and like kind of playing like the electric guitar or anything? Like have that moment in front of all your peers and
Christ,
stuff? No.
No.
Okay.
It's why
Yeah.
he can't do karaoke anymore. Though.
At all.
He keeps getting kicked out of karaoke bars for that exact reason.
For that particular
Do you
reason.
think I have anything in common with Marty McFly? He's the coolest guy ever.
He's a good one to dress up for Halloween, though.
I've done it a few times.
Have you?
I do actually, yeah.
Actually. And you're like, Mommy, where are you?
Do you dress up as Vigo in the Carpathian?
No, too scared. Just me wearing dressing gowns, walking around the streets. Not happening. So 3 good characters there. 1 wrong one, but 3 good ones.
Sure.
So if you'd like to let us know any characters that made a big impression on you, positive-wise.
Or if you just want to discuss Vigo the Carpathian.
Yeah, please.
I'd
if you can
happily do a show on that next week.
Contribute to my therapy. We definitely, it sounds like we need to do a Ghostbusters 2 special and a Jurassic Park special. Whenever those films are coming out again in cinemas. Like the new ones, we can talk about them again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghostbusters, new Ghostbusters next year.
Yeah, exactly. And then 2021 for Jurassic World 3. Boom. Perfect. So each week on the show, we take a look at one of the big trailers that have been released in the past few days, and a couple of biggies this week, actually. But we're ignoring loads of those, and we're picking this one that Rory chose.
Yeah, like I think out of all the ones that come out this week, like say the new Aladdin one, or like everyone would have jumped to them. Whereas this one, I think is one that, pun intended, may fly under the radar a little bit.
May, I get it, because it's coming out in May.
Ah,
I have no idea when it's coming out.
hey,
It is May! Yes, 2 puns
it's
unintended.
Brightburn, which is executive produced by James Gunn, who is no longer directing Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I think is directing Suicide Squad 2 now instead. It's essentially the story of Superman, but instead of him growing up to be righteous and fight for good, he kind of lets all the bullies and maybe his own natural instincts for evil take over. And as a young boy, human boy, with supernatural powers, he goes a bit evil, doesn't work out. And Elizabeth Banks is in it, and we love her.
Of course. Here is Elizabeth Banks in the trailer for Brightburn.
Mom, who am I? You are a gift. We believe that you came here for a reason. I know it's been difficult for you lately, that you feel different from other kids.
Touch the floor, Brian!
You are different.
Caitlin, get my hand up.
He's a creep.
Help him up.
What are you doing?
I want him in handcuffs and I want him gone. Do you even know who his real mother is?
I'm his real mother. Let's go.
Maybe there is something wrong with Brandon.
I will never turn against our son.
He's not my son.
I love the idea for this film because it's like so simple. It's like Superman. Just what if he was bad? Like that's. I mean, I'm sure there's more to it, but it's like because everyone wishes they had Superman's powers, and then you'd be like, would you go good or would you go well batshit bonkers like this boy?
Yeah, like there is the kind of the bully fantasy, you know, where it's like I'm going to get revenge on the people who hurt me and hurt my family. But like, how far do you take that when you're watching this film? You're like, yeah, I can see him fighting back and hurting the people who hurt him, but he also seems to have taken out an entire airplane, and now he's flying violently through his own house and killing policemen who happen to knock by. So it's a great setup, and it looks like it's been pulled off quite well.
Definitely. The kid looks creepy as hell.
The mask.
He does a good hole in the ground kid, where initially you're like, oh, yeah, all right, it seems fine, and then towards the end you're like, oh, no, he bad.
Yeah. The other thing I really like about this trailer in particular as well, and we were saying when we were looking at it there, it's purposefully reminding you of Man of Steel as well. Between, as you said, Paul, like the font and then the look of like those opening shots of like the beautiful,
farm, like,
the idyllic kind of farm setting, because it just reminds you of those first trailers for Man of Steel, which we've said before in the show are just so well done. And then it's like, but it's this like, but whenever people are pushing him around, it's like, give me a hand back up, and I'm going to break your goddamn hand.
It's a girl's hand.
Yeah, like you're not allowed to do that.
No, look, he's doing it right now. No.
So it is actually coming out in May then?
May 24th,
okay.
I believe, over here, which is good because it'd be nice counter-programming to the actual superhero movies that are coming out pretty much all year. Yeah, it looks good. It's a nice horror. You know how we are about horror.
100%.
Well, you know how...
Some of us are about horror. So you can check out the full trailer for Brightburn up on Joe. We do have the other big trailers from this week as well, including Aladdin, which is up there. Which, just for the record, I did get it, but it's the music does it then as well, like a whole new world and stuff.
A few better jokes in the new trailer.
Will Smith, as we said, who's a great actor, brilliant comic timing. It's funnier. It's a little bit more reassuring this time around, which is happy days. Okay, now it's time for our big interview. And as we said, the #1 film in Ireland right now, and it is breaking all those amazing records as well, is Captain Marvel, starring Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, and Lashana Lynch as Captain Marvel's kind of best pal. Whenever she's back on Earth.
Rambo.
So the three guys, they timed the release of the film, or Marvel did, to coincide with International Women's Day. So we caught up with those three stars, and we started off by asking all of them who was the most inspiring woman in their lives. I hope they didn't pick Vigo the Carpathian.
I hope they didn't pick me.
Or you.
The woman who inspires me the most is my mother.
I'm going to have to go with my wife, LaTanya.
My mom. She was my very first superhero and still is my superhero to this day.
She became sort of my mentor, coach, critic over the years as I struggled to find my way in this business. She's very strong.
Because she is an honest representation of the woman, the full woman in all her glory, in all her honesty, in all her truth, in everything that she comes with.
She was the one that taught me to respect and protect the thing that makes me me, the thing that might be rejected by society because it's different. She was the one to explain to me that that was actually my superpower.
She survived me and my drug addiction and my crazed life, and said she, you know, hung in there, even though, you know, friends and neighbors and everybody else said, you need to leave that dude. She said, no, I grew into the man that she always knew I would be. And I appreciate her for standing by me and pushing me and making sure that, you know, I became the best me that I could be.
She taught me what wisdom felt like. She taught me what being honest with your heart felt like. And she taught me how to use my voice in a way that was honest to me. Mammies
are popular there, and then Samuel L. Jackson's wife as well.
It's tough for you because you're the only one with a wife and a mammy.
That is true. I'm so torn. I'll pick later. It's fine. Who would you?
Marvel. Just
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, don't choose. Go for the third option.
Exactly.
Who
would you pick as your most inspiring woman? Sigourney Weaver. Elizabeth Berkley.
Probably Sigourney Weaver. But no, I will say my mammy because she does watch the show.
That's true.
If I don't say mammy, then she might not continue watching the show.
That's what we need to do. What about you, Paul?
Fiona, who puts this whole show together along with
everyone
else.
That's nice. Yeah. Nice touch.
I did that.
Okay.
And just avoided a hard answer whatsoever.
No, that's nicely done. All right. We also caught up with Brie Larson. Obviously, as you said earlier, Paul, this character is going to make a massive impression on lots of young people like growing up. And
very cool. She was actually in the cinema as well. She always does that. Didn't she do that for Captain Marvel? She bought people tickets and all that stuff.
That's right. Yeah, and was kind of working behind the counter and serving them popcorn and that kind of stuff as well.
Wearing a pretty slick tracksuit.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Did you just fall in love with her even more?
Yeah. And also, I want that tracksuit, Disney.
Yeah, because that's the way to get it. Look at them threateningly down the camera.
So I get nothing.
So we were chatting to Brie Larson about what was it like to actually play the character of Captain Marvel.
Playing this character has been life-changing for me personally because it's pushed me so far outside of my comfort zone. I am definitely an introvert. Learning how to own myself and carry myself in the way that Carol does has really changed me and has allowed me to further deepen my self-respect.
Like as both of you said in the review last week, Brie Larson is brilliant as Carol Danvers. And she's just such a good actor, because you forget that she started off in things like 21 Jump Street as well.
She's Andy Adams, Scott Pilgrim. It's probably the best thing in it, yeah.
Holy moly. She's had an unbelievable... She's already been so cool without becoming worldwide famous cool already. And then this is just literally taking her on to another level.
Yeah.
Rory's just glazed over, just looking.
Phased out there for a second.
No, but I don't think there's anything she can't do. Room, she deservedly won a bawled my eyes out of Room, and then she flipped that on her head with Kong. I thought was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty decent film, you know.
And again, she was really strong.
Yeah, and she could do comedy. She's great in Community, as you said. Scott Pilgrim, she's everything.
Free Fire with Ben Wheatley as well. Which
she was very underused in Free Fire, I thought.
Yeah, the film could have been better, but she
held her own.
Yeah, and she said, because after making Room with Lenny Abrahamson and then going on to make Free Fire, she was like, I'm Team Ireland all the way as well. So obviously, we just fall for that completely.
And as anyone has seen Captain Marvel, the end credit at the end, so you get, they're always going to have a big role for her in the MCU, but you get a sense of what that might be coming up. So we're going to see lots more of Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, it seems.
Good.
Okay. Rory's a happy camper. Happy days. So our final question with her, with all of them, was just how important do they think the character of Captain Marvel is?
What is the importance of Captain Marvel? She's the first female Marvel superhero who happens not to be of another world, but of this particular world, who was smart, strong, and accomplished in a male-dominant society before she was taken to another planet and enhanced and told that she was everything they made her. When she comes to her senses, she realized she was everything she could be before they, got hold of her.
The importance of Captain Marvel in general is everything that it represents. It's female empowerment, it's knowing your power from just being born a woman, losing that and then having to go on a journey and finding that. It's female friendship. It's using your wits and your intelligence and seeing that as a superpower. It's literally everything that I wanted when I was a child, and I'm so glad that the younger generation get to be empowered by that now.
I am seeing progress. I feel like if you get to like, we did it, then the progress slows down and we still have a lot of work to do in that.
So that's Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, and Lashana Lynch. Lashana, I like
Lashana's a good name.
Lashana is a great name. And Lynch, obviously Irish as well. So Captain Marvel, both of you were fans of a lot of it as well.
Mostly thumbs up.
Mostly thumbs up. I'm going to check it out this weekend in my local Omniplex, obviously. Actually, the one in Derry, the Omniplex in Derry, has, like, I know these chairs are, like, super-duper, but the ones in Derry, like, yeah, these romance sofas, couches are fantastic, but, like, the ones in Derry can go full recline, so you can put your feet... No, I mean, like, no, you press a button and they go, like, right back and your feet right up.
This is the one you told me you fell asleep in before it was that comfortable,
No, you could fall asleep in it, but I don't... Let's not start vicious rumours here, apart from the one about Justine and The Rock.
Sure.
But, no, you never fall asleep in the cinema, ever. But they are remarkably comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, they're perfect for watching them. But anyway, going to see Captain Marvel. Can't wait to see it. I didn't fall asleep in the cinema.
Must have been a good film.
It was. The first one I saw in those reclining chairs was Thor Ragnarok, so it was a brilliant film.
That's class.
You do need to be flat for that. Anyway.
Bring a duvet as well and some pillows. Yeah.
So, as we said, a lot of other films are probably not wanting to go up against Captain Marvel, but fair play to What Men Want, which is a brand new film in Irish cinemas this week. And, well, yeah, Rory, what's it about, basically? Because I think we all have a memory of What Women Want, starring Mel Gibson.
Yes.
But that is not this film.
Well...
well, okay, maybe it is.
It is a remake of that film, starring Taraji P. Henson in the lead role instead of Mel Gibson. She tries to have it all in another like high-powered firm, just like Mel Gibson did in the original. And then she gets a bonk in the head, and then when she wakes up, she can hear the inner thoughts of all the men around her. And initially, she's freaked out. She's like, it's the devil, I'm possessed. But then she's like, I'm going to use this new magic power to get what I want out of life. Yep.
Happy days.
That's the plot.
That's the full plot. This is a wee look at what men want. I'm like, yeah, what men want.
Men.
Yeah, that's the one. What men want.
Right? I can help you connect with men. Why don't we have some tea?
This smells like dirt.
Oh, that's just jasmine tea. If you don't count the weed, and the peyote, and the crack.
Oh, hello. Welcome back, Miss Davis. Thank God this one didn't die on me. Starting today, no more drinking at work.
Hey, that's too much information.
I didn't say anything.
I feel weird after last night.
Yeah, that's what happens when tequila meets desperation.
Okay, stop saying things you shouldn't be saying to your boss.
Holy crap. Can you hear my inner thoughts?
I can hear your inner thoughts. Oh my God.
I can only hear men's thoughts.
That cloud you're walking through, that's my farts.
Yeah, there was that psychic. She gave me this tea.
And you drank it?
She said to.
I thought black people stopped drinking tea after Get Out.
Weren't you complaining about men trying to keep you down?
Do we have any meetings on the books?
Nothing yet. Except the private poker game tonight.
This is not a curse. This is a gift.
Okay, I've got the title sorted. What Men Want. It's easy. There's a woman in the lead, so it's the opposite one.
Yeah.
What Men Want.
Yes. Yep.
Yes. So again, another good concept. What if Superman was evil? What if you could hear the opposite sex's thoughts? That's I'll
Never
go
been
with
done
that.
before in a film as well.
Ever.
Yeah, like I think if you look back at the Mel Gibson one now, it's problematic.
Okay.
No way.
I can imagine. Do you know what? I'm
a
so
number of-
tempted to go back and watch it.
In
yeah.
a number of different ways, it's
Okay.
not ideal.
Okay.
Although I think it was written and directed by like Nancy Myers or one of those.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You'd think it wouldn't have been, but it
But it
absolutely
really
was.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, this one I think. No, like it's not good. It's not a good film.
Okay.
But for some indescribable reason, I was still having a good time
Yeah,
watching
brilliant. Happy days.
Like, it's real, it's very basic level comedy. Very, like, no one really tried.
Yeah.
But I still was like every now and again I'd be like, like every 5 minutes I would giggle at something. Even though my brain knew, you're like, this is rotten. What you're doing is not.
But I love those ones because I was watching the trailer and that's exactly the way I felt about it. I was like, these are silly jokes, but it's funny. Like Tracy Morgan in it, like made me laugh a number of times as well when he's like and then at the poker game.
Like, is it Schmitty, I think, from New Girl?
Oh, I
is in it.
New Girl.
And who? Pete Davidson's in it.
Oh, from Saturday Night Live. Okay.
Yeah, like there's an interesting supporting cast. But yeah, like it's all about Taraji, and she is fantastic, and she sells it, and she really goes for it. But yeah, it's not a good film. But
you had a good time.
I still had a good time.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, like it's. I think it's directed by Alan Shankman, who did a lot of the lesser Adam Sandler films.
Okay. Which of those? Yeah.
You know, like you know the ones I mean.
Yeah.
Just go for it, and anyone that had Jennifer Aniston in it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just I shouldn't have enjoyed it because as a film critic, I'm like, this is bad. But I still did.
But as a person, like, this is the thing. I like if you had a good time going to see it, because like this weekend, if I go and see, a few of us will be going to see Captain Marvel, as I was saying. But at the same time, I know some people in the group are going to be like, this is the one I want to go and see. So there might be a split where some of them go to see What Men Want and some of us go to see Captain Marvel.
Which group are you in?
100% Captain Marvel. And then a double bill, I go and see What Men Want straight afterwards.
You need to know what men want.
I need to know what men want.
What women want when you come home. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, triple bill.
Yeah, I wonder, we'll have to go and suss that out again and just see how problematic it actually is now.
That's that's something we should do. Like,
genuinely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Helen Hunt in the lead, I think?
Helen Hunt.
I have a feeling Marissa Tomei is in that film.
She is.
No way.
It feels like a Marissa Tomei type of film.
That's one of the looking back on it is like, like Marissa Tomei is in love with Mel Gibson, but like he was only using her for sex, and then he pretends to be gay, so he doesn't have to date her anymore.
I remember there was something about running and an advert. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
Does he work in an ad agency?
Yeah.
Right.
They're trying to sell like a big ad to women, and because Mel Gibson is like super macho, he can't. It's all about like them being naked in waterfalls and stuff until. But this is the flip of that. She's a strong woman, and she can sign all these female athletes to her agency, but she can't get any of the famous male athletes because she can't relate to men. She only uses them for sex. Get out. But then when she gets her bonk, she can.
To the head.
Okay.
To the head. She can totally.
As opposed to the other bonk.
Totally fine.
Yeah. Okay.
What actually does it have to say? Like, because I know the original was like, oh, men are superficial and they only want one thing. What slights does it say about men in this film?
What does it say about men?
Yeah. Is it actually any way relevant?
No, like according to her world, 60% of them are secretly gay.
Okay.
The other 40%, the other 35% are the worst people you've ever met.
So hold on, because that's literally us three here now. So like,
and then there's 5% left over who are like genuinely good people and maybe don't write all men off as being the worst.
So like roughly 60% are secretly gay, so that's 2 out of 3 people, roughly.
I think in that Venn diagram, I'm right in the middle.
Right in the middle somewhere. Yeah. Where's the 5% goodness in the
Not
three of
there.
us? Okay, fair enough.
Down in this room.
So What Men Want is coming out in cinemas very, very soon, so you can check that out. Now, there are a couple of other releases, and one of the ones, unfortunately, it wasn't screened.
I try, you guys. I try to get to them, but if you don't show them to me, I can't review them then.
But so this is just a wee sneak peek at one of the other releases this week, because we know that a lot of Irish film fans are horror aficionados. And
I love how that's now a thing.
It's never not funny.
We're now horror aficionados, and it was like, after Hole in the Ground, after a bit of Brightburn there as well, it's like, let's go for another creepy kid. And coincidentally, obviously, after the sad death of Keith Flint, the Prodigy, this is a film called The Prodigy, but not a documentary about the Prodigy.
Nope.
It's about that creepy kid we mentioned.
Yeah. It's is it Taylor Schilling? Am I saying her name right?
Oh,
the lead
from
Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black, yeah.
Yeah, she's got a young. There he is. She's got a young kid who like may be a legit genius. So she sends him to, is it Colin Fiore?
Oh yes,
he was in
yes.
the first Thor.
He played the Ice
he's got
King.
He's got a very
or the
face.
Frost King.
You know what I
Sorry,
mean? He's got a face in him.
Yeah, he does.
But she sends him to him. He's a therapist, a child therapist, to see whether he's legit a genius, and he is. But much in the way that Brightburn kid is like, I'm going to use my superpowers for evil. This bright kid is going to use his super brain for not good things.
Like getting. I was trying to
look. He just killed that spider.
Killing his parents would probably be straight up. That's the thing I'd worry about. Jeez, I'd be petrified if I had a kid and they did anything that was like creepy. I'd be like, no, possessed by the devil. That's it.
A guy.
Look, he's walking around with a wrench.
I heard, but you can use kids to your advantage in terms of like scaring other people as well. Because I heard of a guy who once trained his daughter to like if they were like house parties or something, she would stand and like point in the corner and say, "Who's that, Daddy?" and point at nothing, and then people would just be like freaking out as well. Now that's funny.
If I ever had like twin girls, they'd have to dress as The Shining.
Yeah,
I'd just like scare the shit out of everyone. Yeah.
So let's take a little look at the Prodigy. How am I supposed to introduce this clip by saying?
It's no good. Start the clip.
It's no good. Start the clip.
Yeah.
Did you really just say that? Nurturing genius.
He's our little prodigy. Miles isn't wired like other kids.
His intelligence is off the charts. I don't have an exact score, but it'll be very high.
He's special.
Mommy, what's wrong with me?
Miles is having a very difficult time making friends. I want you to tell me everything that you remember.
I don't remember anything.
Miles's brain is extremely well developed. He may need a specialist.
You must be Miles. Miles is dangerous. I don't feel safe with him in the house.
Oh my God. He's so different now. I feel like I don't know him.
Mommy, will you always love me? No matter what I do?
Like, what is the crack with all these creepy kids? You think just
Kids are
stop
creepy.
having full stop.
Myself and Grant in agreement. No kids.
That's it.
Electrocute them on a dinosaur fence.
Alan Grant would hate these films.
But he'd be like, I told you, didn't I?
He's too busy
Kids
talking
should
to
be
velociraptors.
extinct and dinosaurs should come back.
Should be here.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the Prodigy. Well, what do you think? Do you think it looks decent then? Because as we said, it's coming out very, very soon. It hasn't been screened just yet, but get your hopes up for this?
I mean, I'll go see it. I'll go see every horror. I'm a big horror fan. I don't know. It looks like it could be a really perfect Friday night, just off and just watch it and and then that's fine.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Paul?
Yeah, I'm all game. Remind me, as I was saying off camera, of Orphan. Another kind of strange film like that, but yeah, bring it on.
Okay, so the Prodigy.
We haven't had enough creepy kids in films. Yeah.
They had so many in the last 3 weeks alone. Yeah, so the Prodigy is coming out very, very soon in Irish cinemas. So you go and check that out. Oh, now it's time for controversy, isn't it?
Oh God,
This is it.
We've been holding back this.
No, I've been thinking about this a lot this week.
We've been dreading it.
Okay, so it's time for a competition, High Clue. So first of all, what do we do?
We should read through the angry comments probably now.
Do you know what? We might wait. No, they don't exist. No, listen, a lot of people, it's because we had some brilliant prizes up for grabs. We had those tickets to the Captain Marvel premiere. So people were like, I want those tickets.
Yep.
Can I get the answer to the competition?
Yes.
So
wait, are you saying that's why they were angry?
I just thought it was a
that's
shit
the
High
reason
Clue.
they were
That's
angry.
what I thought, yeah.
It was nothing to do with the... No, okay, listen,
Funny
I'll
the way
admit...
that works out.
I'll admit that the High Clue from 2 weeks ago was particularly tough.
Okay.
But I retract nothing. I stand by it.
The prizes have been
done.
given out.
No, but that's fine because, as I said, some people did get it, and I know you were laughing at me because I wrote like a novella on Twitter of like trying to explain it to people as well, and people were like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?"
Yep.
But anyway, what about let's go for last week's one then, because I thought that one was easier. So if we take a look at last week's high clue, which was red is Logan's choice, mixed up one calls all the shots, mouse and cat and cat. So for anybody listening, red is Logan's choice. Logan, the name Logan, capital L, apostrophe S. Mixed up one calls all the shots, mouse and cat and cat. So, and again, like, okay, we'll get the congratulations out straight away. So congratulations to people who got the correct answer. John Sheridan. What?
I thought that was the end of the sentence.
All right.
Congratulations to people who got it right. Well done.
Got it right. No.
Do you know the answer? I do.
John Sheridan and Ricky C. And Ricky C, he was one of the people having a really tough time with the initial one, so apologies, Ricky. But then he absolutely nailed this one. So there'll be some Omniplex tickets coming your way. So yeah, thoughts on this one? Anything jumping out?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Was it a bit more gettable than the previous week's one?
Well,
for
anything
starters?
would have been. That could be a blank screen and it would have been easier.
And it would have
to
been
get.
better. It would have been easier. Okay.
It was a good one though. It's pretty layered.
Okay,
not
so
as obvious
it's
as
still a
you'd
hint
think,
lasagna.
Yeah.
It's still a hint lasagna. I'll take that 100%. So the answer is?
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay.
I love how you
The
got
answer
that
was,
just from
drum
that.
roll, The Matrix is what the answer was. So as we said, congratulations to everybody who got that right. So if we're breaking it down, easiest to start with the third line, mouse and cat and cat. So mouse is one of the characters in the film, and then cat and cat is whenever...
The deja vu of the glitch in the Matrix.
I didn't get that mouse was one of the characters. I thought you were using a mouse on the computer.
Yeah, well, you could throw it in like that. But
did.
mouse is...
Is Mouse the girlfriend of goes and she dies like not like this and then she just collapses?
No, Mouse. Oh, sorry. Is that his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Mouse is the kind of the little wiry guy
Yeah.
who goes out with a bang. He goes like,
There's Tank and Mouse. isn't
yes,
there?
exactly.
yes, yes.
And then Mouse and Cat, yes, was the double cat glitch, which
Deja
shows
vu.
the deja vu and the glitch in the Matrix. So that one was fine. Red is Logan's choice. So obviously a bit of a red herring with like Logan. What are we going for? Logan Lerman, Logan as in Hugh Jackman, but it was actually Logan from Bill and Ted. So Ted Theodore Logan, or Theodore Ted Logan.
And Bill Esquire.
And Bill Esquire,
Together
exactly.
we are
Wild Stallions. We just have to complete the whole thing.
You have to go all the way through with that, don't you? You just don't stop.
And then red is Logan's choice because he chooses the red pill to come out of the Matrix. And as I think John Sheridan pointed out on Twitter as well, he's like, oh, he chooses the lady in the red dress as well because he kind of watches her as well. And then the middle line was mixed up one calls all the shots. Mixed up one was kind of one of those like cryptic crossword things with like one. Rearrange the letters, you get Neo. Calls all the shots, obviously controls all the bullet shots. And also calls was in there because they used the phone to do the dialing into the Matrix. And yeah, so that was it, the Matrix. So yeah. more gettable. So as I said,
More gettable.
More gettable.
Did you want that phone straight after Matrix to flip one? Did you not think that was really cool?
Do you want the which?
You know, you
the
pushed
flip phone.
Oh,
It
was
wasn't
that?
flip, it was you pushed the button and it went.
Oh, yeah. It was
Was
so
that
cool.
the
The Nokia, whatever it is.
was it, or was it Motorola? Whichever it was. Razor phone. Is that what they called it?
No.
No. Okay.
It was pretty cool though.
So the
cool
Matrix was last week's one. You ready for this week's one?
Oh,
You ready? Do you know what? Okay.
Are we ever
before,
ready on?
No, before, like, okay. I'm not going to say anything. Can we see this week's haiku, please? So, here we go. So it's Die Hard Orange Man, Barbaric Pencil Pushers, Sexual T-Rex. So, this week's haiku again, we'll do the syllable count. Die Hard Orange Man, 5. Barbaric Pencil Pushers, 7. Sexual T-Rex, 5. 5, 7, 5. So, any ideas, but don't shout out the answer if you think. So, Paul, you reckon?
Pretty much straight away, yeah.
Okay, so more gettable. Rory?
I think so.
Okay.
But who knows what you
You know, because the right answer's staring you right back in the face. Yeah, so we'll stick that up on Twitter. We'll stick it up on the Joe Instagram as well. It'll also be up on JOE.ie. As I said, we're going to have one winner this week winning that amazing signed poster, Captain Marvel poster, signed by Jude Law, Samuel L. Jackson, Lashana Lynch, Brie Larson, of course.
And featuring Rory's
his grubby,
his
grubby mitts and his grubby mouth stains.
They're not grubby.
I don't know,
Cleanly,
something like that.
cleanly.
So that's pretty much it for this week. Pretty excited about next week's show because we're going to be looking forward to the film that I've picked out as like my favourite one to see in 2019, which is Us. So it's going to be released in Omniplex Cinemas next week, and it's from the brilliantly batshit bonkers mind of Jordan Peele. Cannot wait to see that. The first reviews are out. Managed to avoid those so far, but yeah.
Exciting. I'm excited.
Justine maybe will have fallen out of love with The Rock. Who knows?
Does that?
I doubt it.
Can you fall out of love with The Rock? Is it physically possible?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You just can't miss Mrs. Rock.
Anything else we need to? I think that's everything.
Probably more hiking.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch What Women Want.
What Women Want? Okay, cool.
And maybe Ghostbusters too.
That's you sorted.
Vigo with the Carpathian.
Next week I'll just be look haunted.
I'll come in a dressing gown and only a dressing gown. I've lost the tie for it. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.
You could use for a tie.